Okay, so I will just be taking you through a short introductory presentation on what COVID is, what vaccines are, and how they work, as well as what the term vaccine hesitancy refers to. Okay. So the coronavirus is a common virus that causes infection of the sinuses, nose, and the throat. And COVID-19 refers to a new type of coronavirus that is caused by infection with the SARS-CoV-2 virus, which is the severe acute respiratory syndrome coronavirus version 2. The virus can trigger a respiratory tract infection of either the upper respiratory tract or the lower respiratory tract. 80% of cases may appear asymptomatic, and comorbidities can further exacerbate the condition, leading to either pneumonia, acute respiratory distress syndrome, and multi-organ dysfunction, which renders to fatalities. So we just move on to spread of how the virus is spread. So it is spread the same way as other coronaviruses do, which is mainly through person-to-person contact. This is mainly through the inhalation of infected respiratory droplets from infected persons. Infected droplets can spread to distances of up to 2 meters, and the virus is viable on surfaces such as plastic and steel for up to 72 hours, and which is why mitigation methods were important to introduce, such as wearing of face masks, lockdowns in other countries, and social distancing. We see that before mitigation, the transmission of the virus was spreading at a higher rate, but with the introduction of mitigation methods, there has been a decline in transmission rates. So there are different strains of the virus since its first introduction in 2019. So we've seen strains from the United Kingdom, which is known as the VOC 2020-1201. And in South Africa, we've had the strain 501Y-V2. And in Brazil, there's the P1 strain. And the challenges with these, with the South African and the Brazil strain, is that there is a question of vaccine effectiveness. So what are vaccines? So a vaccine is a biological preparation that provides active acquired immunity to a particular infectious disease. And a vaccine typically contains an agent that will resemble a disease-causing microorganism and is often made from weakened or killed forms of the microbe, its toxins, or one of its surface proteins. And there are different types of vaccines. So we get the lab attenuated vaccines, which basically refers to a weakened form of the virus that is injected into the body, or an inactivated vaccine is those which have, they're produced from killed antigens. And then subunit vaccines are vaccines which are produced from a certain part of the affecting or infecting virus or bacterium. And then toxoids, they refer to vaccines, the production of vaccines from toxins of the infecting virus. You also get mRNA vaccines, which refer to vaccines which direct the cells to make a protein that resembles the affecting or infecting pathogen. So how do vaccines work? They are introduced in safe amounts of antigens into the body, and this helps the immune system to recognize them as hostile, and therefore it will develop antibodies and better prepare itself for future infections. So what are some of the benefits of vaccines? They decrease communicable diseases that used to kill people before the age of 20, as well as decreased diseases for all ages, especially the elderly, both in high and low income countries. They increase overall lifespan, and economically, they save countries costs on general healthcare. These are some of the side effects that you may experience from getting vaccinated. That would be just pain and tenderness, redness on the injected site, muscle pain, joint pain. And these reactions usually last for a few days, and they should resolve on their own. So what is vaccine hesitancy? One of the major roles that vaccines will play is helping to combat COVID-19. However, it's going to be difficult if we have this phenomenon called vaccine hesitancy prevailing. So vaccine hesitancy refers to the delay in acceptance or the refusal of vaccines despite the availability of vaccine services. So vaccine compliance remains variable and inconsistent. Okay, so low uptake of vaccination may result in failure to acquire herd immunity, which means that large portions of subjects with immunity in a given population. Common concerns which have ended up resulting in vaccine hesitancy are, will the vaccine infect me with COVID? And these will be addressed in the Q&A as we proceed with the evening. Okay. So thank you very much.
Yeah, so thank you very much for setting the stage right there. And I like your mix of, very complicated terminologies and bringing it down and breaking it down, because this is really a science communication platform where we are trying, so we have a mix of professionals and also lay people. And what we've done then is we are now going to go into the Q&A. So we sent out an invitation for people to provide questions. So we are going to go around and put those questions together. And if we have time, maybe at the end we will be able to get one or two questions from the audience, or even one or two comments from the audience, because we also have a lot of other experts in the audience. I see my old professors there, Professor Maponga, Professor Nyazima, and colleagues from Malawi. So let's start then with Luso.